In football's Euro qualifiers, France got back to winning ways with a 4-1 victory over Albania at the Stade de France. After kick-off was delayed following an embarrassing mix-up of national anthems, France won with goals from Kingsley Coman, Olivier Giroud and a debut goal from Jonathan Ikone. France topped their group. Elsewhere, Kosovo pulled off a surprise 2-1 win against the Czech Republic, while Harry Kane scored a hat-trick as England beat Bulgaria 4-0 at Wembley. Ukraine beat Lithuania 3-0 and Portugal recorded a 4-2 victory against Serbia with Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva among the goals. In France's group, Iceland also beat Moldova 3-0 and Turkey beat Andorra 1-0. A surprise in the final of the Women's US Open tennis, where Serena Williams failed in her bid to win a joint record 24th Grand Slam. The 37-year-old was beaten in straight sets 6-3, 7-5 by Canadian teenager Bianca Andreescu, who was not even born when Serena won her first US Open title 20 years ago. It's Andreescu's first Grand Slam title in only her fourth Grand Slam event at the age of 19. In the men's event, Roland Garros champion Rafa Nadal is preparing to face Daniil Medvedev in the final. The great Spaniard's attempting to win a fourth crown at Flushing Meadows and 19th Grand Slam singles title.
It's a super tough final. I need to be playing at my best. I think at the end of the match I increased my level again today, and I need to hold this level if I want to have chances on Sunday, because if not, it's so difficult. He's very, very solid.
Medvedev is the first Russian man to reach a Grand Slam final since Marat Safin at the 2005 Australian Open.
Talking about Rafa, it's tough to find words because so many players and so many people found them before me. He's one of the greatest champions in the history of our sport. And he's just a machine, a beast on the court. The energy he's showing is just amazing. And to play him in your first Grand Slam final should be, I want to say, a funny thing.
A fourth Grand Slam in New York would take Nadal to a 19th major title, moving him to within one of Roger Federer's all-time total of 20. In cycling's La Vuelta, Ireland's Sam Bennett claimed victory on stage 14. There was drama at the finish as the Irishman clocked a time of 4 hours, 28 minutes and 6 seconds following a crash in the final kilometre. Bennett's victory was his second of the race after winning stage 3 in Alicante. Primož Roglič still holds the overall lead.
When they slowed up a little bit too much at the front on the steeper part, then allowed guys to go from behind, so I just didn't want to hesitate and I had to go. At one point I thought it's too early. I looked and I saw 300 meters to go and I was like, oh, I'm not going to last, but I was really surprised when I had a gap. I thought that they'd be stuck to my wheel, but yeah, I had a gap. I couldn't believe it. I just kept going.
Dutchman Dylan Groenewegen sprinted to victory in the opening stage of the Tour of Britain. The Jumbo-Visma rider got the better of rivals David Cimolai and Matteo Trentin with a time of 4 hours, 39 minutes and 49 seconds to win the stage from Glasgow to Kirkcudbright Bright. In the final 7 kilometres, it looked as though Trentin's Mitchelton Scott team might take it, but the Dutchman held on to cross the line first. On a busy weekend of cycling in the Brussels Classic, Australian sprint specialist Caleb Ewan won by the finest of margins in a dash for the line, the 99th edition of this event. The Lotto Soudal rider surged across the line in wet conditions, finishing a few hundredths of a second ahead of Germany's Pascal Ackermann and the third-placed rider, Belgian Jasper Philipsen. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc qualified in pole for today's Italian Grand Prix in Monza. The 21-year-old from Monaco starts alongside world champion Lewis Hamilton on the front row, with his Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas in third and Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel in fourth place. In basketball, France overcame Lithuania 78-75 in a tight second-round clash at the World Cup in China. After an excellent start, Les Bleus were thankful for forwards Evan Fournier and Nando De Colo, who scored 24 and 21 points respectively to avoid a do-or-die clash with Australia on Monday. The result means France qualify for the quarter-finals. France's group rivals Australia overcame the Dominican Republic by 6 points to qualify for the quarter-final. The Czech Republic kept their own quarter-final hopes alive with a big win over Brazil, while the United States won their fourth straight match, beating Greece 69-53. In golf, home favourite Bernd Ritthammer drew level with overnight leader Robert McIntyre on the third day of the Porsche European Open in Germany. Ritthammer cut the Scotsman's four-shot lead to just one after the opening 3 holes before joining him at the top of the leaderboard on 9 under par on his centenary European Tour event.